Welcome back. I'm here with Katherine Hahn. She is the president of the Rotary Club of Stratford. Katherine, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
Katherine, I know that COVID has impacted a lot of nonprofits. How did the Rotary Club of Stratford pivot off of COVID?
Well, just like all other not-for-profits, we struggled initially. We weren't sure exactly what our place was within the community. So we started with our membership first. The first thing we did was we switched to a Zoom format, which, there was a little bit of a learning curve for some of our members. Actually, I would say probably the majority of the members had no idea what a Zoom meeting even was. So getting everybody up and onto that Zoom platform was a really important thing to start with. But the Zoom meetings have gone extremely well. I would say our attendance is probably better on Zoom calls than it was in person. The meetings are an hour long. We still have the same great guest speakers that we had coming into that in-person format. Of course, we all miss being together and seeing each other every week, but the Zoom format has been a great way for us to stay connected.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the other projects you jumped on early and saw a need for was the lack of masks early on, and you had a mask project. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so Dr. Doug Thompson is a Rotarian in our club. He's been a Rotarian for many, many years. And he was all over the need for not so much that getting masks out there, but getting the awareness out to the community of how important protecting the community was. So it's about, wearing masks, social distancing, hand washing. And so what he wanted was an opportunity for our club to be active and engaged in getting the community, keeping them safe and protected. And the mask project itself sort of was a spin-off of that. So we had another Rotarian in our club, Wendy Wilkinson, who is a seamstress and a designer. She designed a quality mask for our club to sell. And that sort of spiraled into a project in and of itself. We had a lot of community involvement. We had some great ambassadors from within the city that donned our masks and let us do some photos of them, and just encouraging the community to wear a mask, finish the task, that sort of thing. So it was a great way for our club to get involved and engaged in what's going on in the community.
And Katherine, there's over 50 projects the club's involved in. One of them that most people don't think is, they think it's local, but there's an international project called Commit. Just give us a brief explanation of Commit.
Yeah, so another project, again, Doug Thompson is one of the key players in that project. They do a lot of service projects in Nicaragua. And so they initially started out as a medical project going down there, and they still continue to do that, providing medical support to the families down there. But it's really expanded. In addition to that, they have an agricultural program now where they're teaching the people in the community how to create and grow their own gardens, container gardens. There's some local people from here will go down there and help them with that project as well. They've done some well drilling, all of those kinds of things, the important things that help to support our health in that community as well.
Right, and I think when you said El Salvador, that's another project that the Rotary Club supports through Mark Smith and the Stratford Festival down there. Tell us about locally. There's several things that people don't really think about. There's the Rotary Rec Center, Rotary Hockey, the Rotary Respite House, the Rotary Mental Health Unit, and the Rotary Hospice. So pick one of those and tell us about how the club gets involved and supports that.
Well, everybody knows about Rotary Hospice. That's sort of our main project that we've got going on right now. But, the one that's sort of near and dear to my heart is Rotary Respite House. That's a project that was started before I became a Rotarian, so more than 20 years ago. We purchased a property just on the outskirts of Stratford, and we work with Stratford Family Services. And what we do is provide a home for children who are challenged to have an opportunity to get away for a weekend. So for the kids, it's like, going away to camp for the weekend. And for the families and parents that are at home, it's an opportunity for them to have some respite and reprieve from day-to-day with the kids. So I personally am a huge fan and supporter of that project. It's a wonderful thing to see.
Wonderful. Now, if we have viewers here that want to get involved and they say, look, I would like to get involved in the community of Rotary locally, or they want to say, wow, I didn't realize you did international, or I didn't realize you were involved in so many projects locally, how would they go about getting in touch with us?
Well, I would start by going to our website, which is rotarystratford.com. There's a place for you to contact Rotarians to join our meetings. We also have a Facebook page, and that's where we post our current information about what's going on within the community.
Katherine, thanks very much for leading the Rotary Club through such a successful year and a difficult year, and you're doing a great job. So thank you very much for joining me today.
Okay, thank you, Peter. It's been a pleasure.